Hello and welcome to Magical Maiden's product reviews. I'm Magical Maiden, and today what I have for you is a towel warmer from VIP Bath. VIP Bath. So this is really nice on those cold days, and I'm going to show you what it comes with. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, and I'm going to use it for the first time with you to see how nice and warm it gets the towels. Now the reason why I got this was because the weather's starting to get colder. It's fall time, and even though I live in the south, I live in the part where we do get a change of seasons. It can get as low as 22 and even in the single digits. And my back bathroom that we use the most gets pretty cold in the wintertime. So it's nice to have a nice, cozy, hot towel. And another funny thing is my cat is older and he loves for me to warm up towels for him to lay on for his old achy little bones in my dryer. And I'm constantly having to use the dryer. So it'd be nice to have something that keeps your towels hot and ready whenever you need it. So I'm going to tell you and show you a little bit about it. But first, let's get started. So it was wrapped in a plastic like you saw. There are these things that you have to unsnap, little lock in place. Make sure they're up, and then you push this in, and then you push this in and lift it up. So once you lift it up, you're going to see that there are legs inside here, okay, and an instruction booklet. Plus there's other goodies as well, so I'm going to tell you about that. But first, let me show you what else is inside. So now you have the bar that you have to move, and this hooks up very easily. So before we get started, we want to set this all up, and I'm going to tell you that this has to lift up. Now they're going to have tape on all four corners in the front and the back. So you want to remove that. You want to remove the bag with the legs, and then you want to lift up. So it lifts up, and there it is. And then what you do to keep that sturdy is you have to push the inner arms that you see here down. So you have to push the inner arms down. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So here it is, and that's what it's going to look like. Now, the next step. Okay, so this is the bottom. Now we have an instruction manual and it goes step by step on what to do. So this will be your plug and we'll unravel that later. But first we're going to work on getting the legs on. So the legs come in this packet and they're wooden, and here they are. They're wood grain finished, look. And they have this on the bottom. Okay. And then it comes with a bunch of nice scent packets, which I'll get to that afterwards. Alrighty. So now what we're going to do is we have to put these in. So there is a notch right here and there's a notch there. You got to line that up. Okay. And then make sure that's sturdy. So now we're going to do this on every one of them. Okay, we're just going to keep putting them in there until we got all four on. Make sure it's in there good. It's in there good, and that's what it's going to look like. And then we're going to stand it up. But first, let's unravel this. Okay, so I'm going to do this with you. Now, here are the on and off. It's in the manual. You're going to press what button? This will be the on and off button. If you have a bathroom big enough, you could put this in the bathroom, anywhere you'd like. So here is the on-off switch right here. I'm going to press it. And then you're going to see the flashing lights they're going to blink and it's going to be all zeros. So it'll blink 5 times and then the product will enter a heating mode. And the heating indicator light will come on and it, for the time. So the display will show 30, okay? And 30-minute countdown. So now if you want to do the heating mode, it's easy. We're going to do heat and dry modes. And so here we go. Here's the heat mode. It'll be medium. We want the time. So you can, this is heat because we don't want to dry. That's when we turn this on and you press the mode. You wanted heat or dry? I wanted heat. Now this is going to go for that amount of time, which is 28, which this go for this amount of time, which is 28. And here we go. So then you press the delay button to select, and that's the delay button, okay? And it'll schedule a start time. Each press increases the delay by 30 minutes. Increase the appointment time. The delay indicator will blink 5 times and then stay on. The unit will begin and then select the operation after the delay period ends. So it's pretty simple. It's all in your manual. Now we're going to wait for this to heat up a little and then I'm going to show you, and then we're going to see what the towel feels like. Now to shut it off, you just press that button right here if you don't want it to go on any further. And then you can open it. And then you can pull out your towel. And it should be nice and warm. Now this has to go in for a little bit longer, but it feels it feels so nice. And like I said, you could either hang it on this bar or you could put your towel inside. And I'm going to give you a better view of this. So now I don't know if you can see this because I couldn't do it with my other camera. So there was these other brackets that were on the top that I showed you. You have to push them all the way down once you lift it up. Okay, and those are the other brackets right here. And you got to lock them in place so they're sturdy. And so now we'll go to the next step. Okay, so now you could either place the towel on this or you can just place it inside. All right, so I might just hang it on the hook. So there it is. I've placed it on the hook, but again, you could just place it inside. So now we're going to shut the lid. Okay, and here are the control buttons. So here it is inside. Still a little warm, but not so hot you'd burn yourself, and I can still touch this. So like I said, you could either hang your towel here or just place it, or you can have a few towels and then set the time, set the mode. Now if you have damp towels or a damp robe, you can easily set it for dry time. So it goes heat or dry mode, and all the controls are here. The instruction manual tells you everything. So this is really nice. Here's the instruction manual. It's going to go through everything for you. And I really love the way the towel was heated up nicely. And like I said, if you didn't want to use the bar, you don't have to. You can place a stack of towels. But I chose to do that and hang it there. And now we're going to close the lid. And I'm going to put it back on. And that's going to blink a few times. Again, and then we're going to choose, well, the mood's heat, and that's it. Now it's going to go for 30 minutes unless you don't want it. You want to go longer, shorter. So this is where you would put your scents that they give you. Now we have ocean scent, cologne scent, and mint scent. And you're going to just drop it in there. It's on the lid, so let's do that now. So I picked the cologne scent, and it's going to look like this. And then we're going to just drop it in the top like that, okay? If you don't like it, you can easily remove it. You just pull, see this and this, and you can remove that from. So I'm going to show you this. So you just remove it that way, and then when you're done, you just snap this back in place over there, okay? So the towel warmer will come in this box, and you will have a styrofoam, and then inside it will be covered with plastic, which you remove once you pull that item out. Now, so while the towel is heating up, you could be in the shower, and by the time you get out, it'll be nice depending on what the time you set it for. I could feel the heat coming out through here, and then I can feel the heat coming out through here. It's nice, warm to the touch. But look, you get those scents. Don't forget that. It's very easy. And if you decide that you don't want this scent, I showed you how to pop it off. This is very good quality. I would definitely recommend this to anyone. And guess what? The holiday season's coming up. So this would be a great gift for anybody that you know that lives in maybe even a colder climate than I do. But who wouldn't want a nice, warm, cozy towel or bathrobe? So you could definitely put a few towels in there, or a bathrobe and a towel. I mean, this fits a good size, and again, you have the bar or that. So yes, definitely recommend this. This is really nice. I love it, and I can't wait to put this to good use. So thanks for watching.